Hey guys, it's Jonathan with Chex Vans. We're out here today on a beautiful 80-degree day in the DC Metro. Wanted to give you a quick status update, progress update on the Sprinter 144. So we'll start with some of the components of the outside. We've got a Van Compass Stage 4 suspension upgrade with a 2-inch lift. Black Rhino upgraded all-terrain wheels and tires. We wanted to put a lift on this van just to give customers the opportunity to take this up into the mountains, out onto the beach, provide some additional clearance, and give it a bit more of a rugged look. We've got a custom 11-gallon tank that sits under here. This will house the water inlet for our kitchen sink once we get to the kitchen galley part of this build. And you can see slight protrusion here of the S-Bar heater exhaust. Really excited about the way the shower has turned out. We use a standard 24 by 36 pan. We use a Nautilus self-cleaning door. So that looks really nice. We went with this black trim, a switch that turns on the shower light and a switch that turns on the toilet fan. We like to go with Nature's Head composting toilets. They have a fan that vent any smells, easy to remove. We got our Max Air fan in. We started on the roof with these planks. Okay, this is the back wall of the shower behind the driver's seat. We decided to put all the audio back here. So we have a sub, we have our amplifier, Bluetooth enabled. We have switches back here. We started doing this recently because otherwise, although these are 12-volt powered components, we didn't want anytime your battery bank is on your house battery bank that the amp and sub just stay on. So now you have the opportunity with switches back here to turn the sub on or turn the amp on. We have a USB enabled plug back here so that if you're in a swivel seat up here in the passenger in the cockpit, you can plug in, use USB. We have a holder for the Max Air fan. We have our fire detector, smoke detector, and then we have our fire extinguisher. Now, one of the things I want to mention about this back wall is because we house all of the plumbing back here, we put 2 of these panels in that are magnetic. So this bottom panel is a magnetic panel that pops out, giving you access to the hot and cold runs that elbow 90 degrees and start heading up the wall. And then we have this middle panel here in the wall that is also magnetic that can pop off and it allows you to access the mixing valve of your shower. So we'll likely put a cargo bag of some sort here to kind of make it easy for you to store stuff, as well as utilize that to pull the panel off if you ever needed to, but likely you won't have to do that very often. All right, now we're at the cargo back of the van here. In this build, we decided to go with a high bed configuration. So the bed's gonna sit about 36.5 inch high, which allows access for at least a couple of bikes or any sort of tall equipment. The plumbing side of the van, the electrical side of the van will all be framed out with doors to provide full protection to both sides of the garage area. We went with a high pressure laminate floor, which we're really liking at this point. All of these structures were built using 80/20. Everything is bolted to the van. We've got our IsoTemp water heater on a plug down here that's GFI and will be controlled by a timer switch. Our water pump and our water accumulator. And then everything is broken out into cold zones and hot zones so that you can have a zone for your outdoor shower, a zone for your indoor shower, your indoor sink, and then a zone that goes directly into your water heater itself. All of the plumbing, we use Upener, which is a really nice product. We've had lots of success here, no leaking, been very solid. On the electrical side of the van, we've got 2 Battleborn 270 amp hour batteries, 540 amp hours total, 3,000 watt Victron multi plus inverter, our solar charge disconnect, an AC panel, a DC panel, a DC to DC charger, a solar charge controller, a master on off. This will give you 3 opportunities to charge this fan: shore power on the outside, solar power from the roof, and alternator charging as you're driving down the road. Everything comes into a Lynx distributor, fully fused. So nice solid power bank. Again, we created this van with the anticipation that the customer would be spending a lot of time outdoors, off-grid, biking, or doing outdoor activities. So we wanted to maximize the power in the van. If you look up on the roof, we went with the Dometic 12-volt AC in it. We've used this multiple times. It's very low profile, very energy efficient, runs on 12 volt. So really happy with this AC unit. We used flare space windows on each side of this van. This is going to maximize distance between the left and right sides of the van, allowing for 6 foot, 6'1" height person to be able to sleep in a side-to-side configuration. We moved our cabinets back, still have plenty of space here, but we'll open up the bedroom. The cabinets on the passenger side will be very low profile as well. And we're using 45-degree angles so that we can maximize space over the bed. This will be where our microwave lives. This will be a bedside table wall with our heater, a USB plug, our bed lights, our hall lights, a couple of drawers, and then a stainless steel fridge, which will sit underneath the bedside table. And then finally, when we post the next update, you'll likely see our kitchen galley, which will sit we like to keep about a 2-foot hallway distance for access. So our kitchen galley will live in this area here. We'll have outdoor views with a nice sink, plenty of countertop space for an induction cooktop, and a couple of drawers for plates, utensils, and then our overhead cabinet again here, which will live on this side. We're going to use the same sort of 45-degree angle so that we can house all of our control panel here. All of these wires you see will be your timer switch for your water heater, your motorized ball valves on your water tanks, your water pump, so forth and so on. So you'll have a control unit right here. We look forward to sharing the next update with you guys.